And as college commencements are being canceled across the country because of escalated protests and encampments, I spoke with one student from the Navajo Nation who says it was a dream come true to get accepted into Columbia University. Now, Alastair Bitsoi says that he put all the work in only to be told the university's main graduation was canceled this week. He and his family are pivoting plans to make it to a much smaller ceremony, still though with heightened concerns over safety.
Alastair Bitsoi grew up on the Navajo Nation along the Arizona-New Mexico border.
I've grown up hauling water. I've grown up without electricity.
He says he came from humble beginnings.
When I was a child, I didn't know that we were, financially impoverished, culturally rich, but I didn't know all of that until I actually kind of went on my educational journey to depart the Navajo Nation for a bit.
Now he's set to graduate from the Ivy League Columbia University with a master's degree in science journalism. But he says a lot of things have changed on campus the last several weeks. Pro-Palestinian demonstrations, encampments, heavy police presence, and hundreds of arrests.
We've been locked out of campus, so we've been remote since the last 2 weeks of class, and we've just been getting emergency management updates from the administration through our school emails.
On Monday, he says they learned that main graduation was canceled.
All that hard work and crying and all that emotional pain and all these, and then that's just the academic part.
He says at the moment there are still plans for the journalism school to have its own ceremony, which his family will travel to New York City for this weekend. But he says they're wary of other possible clashes. For Alastair, though, he says this graduation moment is bigger than him.
It's mostly for my nieces and nephews, just because I want them to also have this opportunity to live in the Navajo Nation or the Four Corners region, but also have the opportunity to address the educational gap in our communities, but also paving that pathway, you can be here too, but also be aware of how higher ed institutions like Columbia and other Ivy Leagues can be also problematic to the colonial narrative of the injustices of the world.
Well, Alastair says with finishing up assignments and other projects, as well as not being allowed on campus, he hasn't really been able to report about what's going on Columbia's campus. He is a journalism student, but he says he does plan to write about this experience in the future.